You didn't sue me for criminal. You didn't sue me for you didn't sue me for nothing. You know why? Because you, my friend, and Chris were the front runners. I don't need your money. I don't want you to call me and try to stop me. Like, I want to sue you.
This is a big story that we're about to get into, so everyone just needs to buckle up. We need to talk about Kim Kardashian's tape, if you know what I mean, featuring her and Ray J. We also need to talk about how she's involved in a $40 million lawsuit with Scott Disick. Let's first talk about Ray J and what happened and led him to exposing Kim and her mom, Kris Jenner. It all surrounds the tape that was allegedly leaked, or once was said to be leaked, of Kim and Ray J doing you know what on camera. That really iconic tape of Kim that I'm sure you guys have heard about. They have said for years that it was leaked. Kim says it was just so horrible. She's cried on the show multiple times about this tape and the situation and how it's really affected her life. And Ray J is coming out and saying, girlie, that was planned and you know it. You and your mom planned it with me. It was not a leak. It was a business deal. We all did. But we'll get into the details. So the tape was released in 2007, but it was apparently filmed a couple years prior to the release. After the tape had come out, a few months after its release though, that is when the Kardashians started their show on E! Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kim was open about the tape and what happened with its release on Keeping Up, and it once again got brought back up in the new season of the Kardashians Hulu show when Kim addressed that there was threats of a possible second tape or more footage potentially going to be released to the public, and she was having a total breakdown in some of these episodes from the new season, just absolutely horrified at the possibility of something else coming out. But on the show, she had claimed that, she was almost certain that there wasn't any more footage to be seen, but still she was trying really hard to get whatever was out there into her hands so that it wasn't going to be released to the public. Kanye West ended up looking like the hero of the storyline for these episodes when he had gone to get a laptop from Ray J that was said to contain all unreleased footage from the tape. Following the episode release, Ray J came out and had something to say. He ended up leaking private DMs between him and Kim that was them talking about the episode from the show because he was not happy with how he looked in these episodes, how they were talking about the tape, and just making it seem like he was some bad guy threatening to leak this footage that, Kim didn't really know what the footage was, and he just felt like it was insinuating he was a bad person, had filmed her without her knowledge or anything like that, and was threatening to put something else out there. Daily Mail shared the messages in which he messaged Kim and revealed new information about the tapes, insinuating that Kim and Kris had planned the tape's release. So once that Kardashian episode came out, this is when Ray J decided to tell the public, hey, that whole thing, that was planned. That was not a leak. That was not something that Kim was like, oh my God, this is gonna ruin my life. Like, no, she knew that it was coming out. So he was clearly saying, and you guys will see in these messages, that this tape was not a leak. It was a total lie. It was all calculated. He claimed that the family had seen how successful Paris Hilton was following the release of her tape, that the Kardashians sought out that same kind of attention. I'll read to you guys a portion of the messages he sent to her, really getting the point across that he wasn't happy to be painted in such a bad light on the show, knowing that the release of the original tape was so calculated and he just looked like the bad guy at the end of the day. He DM'd Kim and said, why are you playing games, Kim? I've been nothing but a team player. We all had an agreement. Now you are trying to drag my name for your new show, and that ain't cool. It up my business and relationships when we sat down with and your mom and we planned all of this together. Now you really are taking this lie to the next level, making me look crazy. I don't want to expose the real that we did, but you are leaving me no choice. Kanye said he said you wanted the footage, and I gave him all the videos and pics and texts from me and you because I was trying to make things okay and make you feel better. Now I realize this is another promo stunt for you. Unless you reach out to me soon, I'm gonna take it to the level where it shows all of what we did. All of the meetings and convos about the plan, date and time of our meetings, and the whole lie you and Kris planned since the beginning. This is not a threat. You've taken this too far. You know what we did. Your mom controlled this whole tape deal with, and it was her idea to put out, and I'm gonna guess it says tape, but that message gets cut off, and he posted a bunch of other DMs between him and Kim, And she even apologized to him, saying, you know, once the episodes come out, everything will be cleared. No one will be talking about it. It's really not going to be a big deal and all of that. Following the situation with him being upset over the storyline in the Kardashian show, he stayed rather quiet until the tape was brought up once again by the family. Kris and Kylie were recently on the Late Late Show with James Corden, and they did a lie detector test. And one of the questions asked to Kris is that, did she help Kim release her tape? And Kris said no, and they said she was telling the truth. But answering this question might have not been such a good idea, and I don't know why she thought it was, as everybody pretty much knows that when you go on these late night shows, or at least some of these types of shows, it's mostly a scripted situation, or not so much a scripted, but these questions are pre-screened. They're mostly going to know what the conversation is going to be about on the show, things are going to be asked, and people are like, why did they allow this to be aired? Like, why did they allow this question to be asked? Especially since the last time Ray J was brought up on the Kardashians show, he literally got super upset. So to bring up the tape once more on another show just sounded really messy. And of course, this led Ray J to be really upset once again and go off on Instagram. He posted on Instagram so much. He did a 40-minute live, an almost 30-minute live, and he posted them on his Instagram feed. He also called the polygraph examiner a fake, basically saying that this guy will just say whatever he is paid to tell people. He posted this on his Instagram saying, this is the guy they had give Kris janky the lie detector test. The network should be ashamed, and you should too, at James Corden. All y'all getting sued for playing with the truth. Click the link in my bio to see how fraud this guy is for real. You all are in trouble. The Kardashians, you too. Because you really thought they were telling the truth, but all of it is a show. Watch me expose them slowly and fast. Nothing can stop the reign, Kim. No, 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 Kim. No, 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 Kim. Enough is enough. Wait till they see your handwriting and fingerprints on my contract, and wait until they see your contract and you sign the same day as me. You guys should have quit when you were up. But now you will be another American Greed story. Clown cakes. I'm back live in 25. I'm going all night. Click the link now. And the link in his bio was of a video of the polygraph examiner basically saying how to cheat a polygraph test. But Ray J continued posting on Instagram and had posted so many rants, like I said. He claimed that Kim and him filmed different tapes and Kris watched them and then decided which one should be released as a leak.
You're gonna try to crush my career, make me look stupid when you know you was the mastermind. Kim ain't responded to this at all because she know what she did, and Kris, you know you ran the play. I'm going crazy tonight as far as like my energy, because I'm so like disgusted at sitting back and waiting for what?
He even added that they filmed 2 and then Kris had them film a 3rd one for safety, and she ended up just choosing to release the first tape because Kim looked better.
Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the said, hey, we're gonna go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it and made a decision, and then you get on whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud. Like John Rogan. Google what his name?
Grogan.
Grogan.
John Grogan.
Google John Grogan right now. But look what pops up. First thing that pops up is how to beat the lie detector test. It's a fraud.
He said that this tape had done serious damage to his name, and the fact that Kris and Kim continue to try and say it was a leak when it was a strategic plan has had him wanting to take them to court for a while now. And he said this has affected his personal life and partners not trusting him in fear that he would make a tape of them and leak that. So he's just saying, like, my name has been defamed for so long and I want to clear it up, and now I have kids and I don't want this narrative to be spread about me. He then wanted to show some of the original contract for the tape, in which it states how much Ray J and Kim would get for the tape, and also showed a page that showed what they were actually trying to sell, and claimed that Kim had wrote this listed down herself of all 3 of the tapes and all different things that they shot. So there was like a Cabo one, a Cabo intro, the Cabo, and then Santa Barbara, which is he's saying the time where Kris wanted them to go film another one for safety. He was exposing all these receipts and messages from Kim in his DMs, showing all these messages from even Kanye as well, and he was just not having any of this. He was super upset and he wanted his name cleared from all of this, and the truth to come out that he isn't some horrible guy who leaked Kim's tape, and that this was all a planned business deal between him, Kim, and her mom. Them pinning it on him, framing him to look like this bad person who leaked it, has led to him going off on social media like this. So the fact that Kris even answered that question on James Corden, I am shocked she did that, because usually the Kardashians try to navigate the press in their favor and don't like to address anything that could cause a storm. But here we are. So the Kardashians never ended up addressing what Ray J had to say, and it seems like Ray J has said his piece and hasn't posted anything further as of right now. But maybe karma came after the Kardashians, because this week it came out that Kim and Scott Disick were being sued for $40 million. It's a totally unrelated situation, but some people were like, dang, maybe this is some karma for all that stuff Ray J was talking about. So basically, the pair were both named in the lawsuit along with the company Curated for a giveaway, which was allegedly a front to sell personal information to advertisers. So they were like, if you want to enter this, follow all these people that Scott are following. And then it turned out like all those people that if you followed them in order to like enter this contest, all your personal information was going to be given to them, and they are now being sued for this whole thing. So these big flashy giveaways that these celebrities are always posting, it turns out that it's just like a sneaky way to get information, and now, you know, people are getting sued over this. So they're being sued by people who participated in these contests that they promoted but didn't win, and it just ended up with loads of random advertisers contacting them. Winners of the original giveaways were supposed to receive things like shopping sprees, $100,000, first class tickets to LA, a 3-night stay at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Apparently, these were all real, legit contests, but according to Daily Mail, as a result of those who entered the contest, in the lawsuit, the plaintiffs claim that contestants have been invaded by hundreds of advertisers, some of which are soliciting the plaintiffs with potentially offensive and unwanted content. So by entering these contests, people who participated have been receiving these messages that they are not about. Like, they're saying they're offensive. Just makes me feel like some of these are probably like inappropriate and really like weird spam type content. So that's why people are suing. They're like, I answered the contest. I did not ask for all of this to happen, for my information to be out there and for people to start bothering me over this. But the interesting thing is that Kim and Scott are the only ones being sued besides Curated, but other stars like Kylie Jenner and Christine Quinn, who also helped promote contests by Curated, have not been named in the lawsuit. And the lawsuit is currently asking for more than $20 million from each defendant. So this is just crazy. Maybe not shocking, because these giveaways always just seemed a little sketchy to me, but that's what is going on with Kim Kardashian. It's clearly been a crazy past few weeks, so I definitely want to know if you guys have heard about any of this. Let me know in the comments down below and what you guys think about this. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.